Ismail Aiman bin Muhammad, and I'm from Faculty of Art and Design, Industrial Design, UNTM Kedah. So today I want to talk about ebook is better than a printed books. So let's go, guys. Okay guys, good morning everyone, and how are you guys doing? It's good, right? So as you guys know, most of the family member love to read books. We even have a mini library in our house. Every year the number of books in the library increases. Plus my mom is a teacher, so they read papers every day. Every month our family clean our house, and every time we'll burn ton of papers, books, magazine and etc. Those papers are mostly exam papers or school document, exercise book and school notes. So as you guys think, that's from one house only. Imagine how much papers are being used, disposed and produced every day in the worldwide. As you guys think. So guys, do you know how much worth 120,000 pounds of papers save? It could save about 1,000 trees, 22,800 gallons of oil, 2,400,000 kilowatts of energy used, and 420,000 gallons of water. This show that paper can cause a huge effects of our environmental issues, guys. So guys, from my experience and observation of people surrounding, I could say that paper uses per day are quite high, especially among students like us and people who work at the office. The usages, wastage and production papers greatly affects the environment, especially the forest. If we don't do anything, guys, to reduce the usage and wastage and production of papers, I won't be surprised if one day there is no tree left in this world and our earth is dying because of pollution and global warming. What I could say, ebooks are better than printed ebooks because our important person in the world have used. Firstly, Joseph Bonaparte, second Donald E. Hatton, and third Richard L. Hay. Joseph Bonaparte once said, "It is more comfortable to use because you can easily take notes, change the font size, magnify whenever you want, and you even can copy the content, them on your work, social media, in your diary." Secondly, Donald E. Hatton said, "You can buy book at any time, avoid waiting in line for the latest sequel of your favorite books." And third, Richard L. Hay, is cheap and free. You will find a cheaper version of the same book in an ebook format you are searching for. Also, you can get a lot of free classic books in an ebook reading apps. So that's the important people say. And why us? So today guys, I would like to persuade everyone right here to replace the usage of printed books to ebooks, to reduce the massive paper waste that can create pollution to environment, so that we can save our earth from the dying. Yes guys, yes, I know that you may wonder why I'm so eager to persuade everyone here. Is our earth, guys, can die from excessive production of paper, and papers nowadays are produced more biodegradable and safer to use. Do you have think? So, my dear fellow friends, I will answer those questions and explain why paper is threat to our environment. So, let's go guys, relax. Firstly guys, the pulp and paper industry is big contributor of the problem and deforestation, and is partly to blame for the endangerment of some species that live in the forest. As you can see, about 20,000 trees are cut down every day for only doing a toilet paper. Some figures can help us to understand the impact of books and paper production on our earth, forest and of our environment. According to Remy Fu, who has posted an answer to the question, will e-books slow deforestation? 30 million are cut down every year in order to print book in the US. So from this figure, there is an obvious need to reduce paper consumption in order to slow the deforestation. This is because deforestation will be endangering natural habitat of species live in the forest. So if more forests are cut down, they will never be found a new home, and dying or live in the cities which are not suitable for them, that in the end will cause danger for us too. Apart from this, second problem is a rise because of the production of paper. It's contribute pollution that is caused by the emission of the greenhouse gas. Sorry guys. As you know, what is a greenhouse gas? One thing about production is that it's related to close with the mass printing, and the problem with this the carbon footprint. That printing is responsible for us, the paper and pulp industry is the first industry largest contributor of the greenhouse gas in the world. So guys, according to Marcus Riley at 2015, in an article titled "E-books and the Environment: A Greener Reading Experience," a carbon footprint is generally defined as the total amount of greenhouse gases an individual group is responsible for. So the printing historically had a very high carbon footprint. The harvesting of enough timber to turn the paper alone has a high emission of greenhouse gas, as I tell before. So guys, in addition to this, harvesting the trees, considering harvesting also can help release oxygen that help balance on our intrinsic carbon footprint. The impact of environment can be so enormous and safe for humanity, flora, fauna, and the ecosystem in the future. So guys, now you know that paper production can cause catastrophe to the environment, and repressing the physical books with e-books can reduce the effect. You might argue what are benefit or using e-books that makes better choice instead of paper books. As the technology become more and more advanced, it have a lot in our life every day. So those e-books, there are many reasons why we should use e-books than printed books. Firstly, e-books are more environmentally friendly than printed books. Why? E-books take a fewer resources to create than a modest number of books. Manufacturing one Kindle produces as much as CO2 producing a 30 print books. So in this, one e-books equal to 30 printed books. There are so many trees are cut down, guys. So e-book also can save a ton of trees. According to on article TCK publishing titled "What is an e-books and 8 reasons you should read them," readers buy more than 800 million e-books every year, which reduces the amount of trees per cut over 8 million trees per year over the next 100 years. Maybe that's more 900,000 million trees that will be saved, assuming the e-book market doesn't grow anymore. So guys, as well as that, second benefits, you also can save your money from spending from the printed books. Spending e-books are e-readers than buying a printed book. So this is because e-books are always cheaper than printed books, as the publishing cost e-books are far less than a paper books. Moreover, there are many free reading applications ready for download on smartphone and tablet through App Store or your Play Store. This is an alternative way of buying an e-readers. Device such as Kindle is quite expensive, guys. So besides, there are millions of PDF and digital copies of books available free. So e-books are usually released at the same time of printed books, but are often cheaper to purchase. You guys know what? If you prefer to purchase books rather than borrowing from a library or from your friend. So not only but also, if you are type of borrow book in the library, if you borrow a physical book from the library and forget to return it, you will be charged late fees. Many libraries also now offer e-books loan in addition to their print book or damage. Moreover, e-books are more portable than printed books. Why I say that? If you bring printed books, you can bring one only. But if you use e-books, you can bring a lot of books in your phone, in your middle of finger, guys, because the devices are quite small and handy. That makes it easier for us to carry. Anyway, especially when we are traveling and want to read of our favorite books. It feels like carrying an entire library in your hand. If you bring a lot of printed books, you can literally 1,000 ebooks on your smartphone, iPad or e-readers, and they weigh nothing. They weigh just your smartphone. So let me visualize it for you, and will happen to our environment if we don't use ebook to replace the printed books. First of all, the production of paper will be increased. The increases of production of paper will be increased to the deforestation. What is the deforestation? Deforestation will greatly reduce the number of forests, and it is not easy to grow a new trees or to create a new forest. When more forests are being cut down, it will cause more climate change emission. This is because the pulp and paper industry emits amount of greenhouse gas, and there's not enough trees to balance the production of the. Secondly, as the production increases, the number of paper waste also increase. The paper waste will be sent to landfill, and the increase of number will cause many environmental effects. What one of them? What? Have you seen you're around? What is it? It is the pollution. The waste in landfill will produce gas that can pollute the air and make the air so toxic. So thirdly, toxic air are surrounding us. The toxic air will affect the health of the citizen around the landfill first, and then the world. For example, they will face respiratory problems because of inhaling the toxic air. Air pollution makes the climate change worse. The smallest particles are most dangerous. It's smaller than human hair, guys, as you know. This means the large, invisible, and they can penetrate deep in our lives. Different from this, as a conclusion, I hope everyone understand what I explained about. Using ebooks are definitely a better choice than printed books, because it has many great benefits, whether to the consumers or to the environment. So using ebooks can help to reduce the production, consumption and disposal of paper, then will reduce the environmental issues that arise because of the pulp and paper industries. So that's why I would like to persuade everyone again to use ebooks and reduce the usage and paper as much as possible. So remember everything that I have explained on this day, guys. This maybe can change our environment to the better. So what I can talk more, get started right now, guys, before it's too late. So lastly, in this modern era, there's a lot of advanced technologies every year to make our as a human and the environment better. It's quite ironic and funny if we know all those technologies that actually can make our life better, but still want to live like in a medieval life, or like I'm not trying to say the technology is better than a medieval life. It have a consequence behind all these the technologies. So that is something that can we ponder together. With that, I'm Daniel Aiman bin Muhammad from Faculty of Art and Design, Industrial Design. Thank you, everyone. Assalamualaikum.